Hey, everybody. My name is Liz Artz, and I am super excited that you tuned in for another awesome podcast by Splints and Whiskey. And today I have an international lifesaver trainer, a man who wears many hats and has a ton of knowledge. And I'm so excited to invite you guys to meet and listen to Rida Zeinddine. He is in Lebanon, and I'm going to have him introduce himself to you, and then we're going to talk about the different roles that he plays in training for military medicine. He also works at the um, America University of Beirut and America
Okay.
Hospital of Beirut. And so he wears a lot of hats, but he does train um, the army, not only the United States Army, he trains armies across the world in TCCC and many other um, combat courses to help the soldier, sailor, and airmen. So, without further ado, I want to introduce you to Rita, my dear friend. And Rita, if
Good
you
day.
could you tell us a little bit about your background because I just gave kind of an overview.
Good day, Liz.
Good day.
Uh, Thanks for the invite, and we know each other since long time.
Yes.
I would say that yes, I'm wearing a lot of hats. Currently, I'm the opening manager for the Operation Simulation Center at the American University of Beirut.
Hmm.
I'm the combat medic trainer for the Lebanese Army. In addition to this, I am the advisor for different NGOs and foundations connected to the United Nations and WHO.
Wow.
Uh, Also, if you go in specific, I am basic life support, advanced life support, pediatrics, neonatal trauma, disaster management, crisis management instructor, and course director connected to the American College of Surgeons, to the American Heart Associations, to the National Association for Emergency Medical Technicians. I'm TCCC course director and instructor. And also, I'm a coordinator for the American College of Surgeons for trauma courses ATLS and ATCN.
Wow.
Uh, Also, I'm the ambassador for Department of Defense, the U.S. Department of Defense Stop the Bleed Coalition program.
Wow.
I'm the ambassador in Lebanon. I made the some organizations here as licensed institution for the DoD Stop the Bleed Coalition, and I train national and international. I'm in the field since 2003, and for the tactical medicine and combat medicine, I'm since 2008.
Wow.
If I want to continue, it started when I was in Saudi Arabia. I received a contract from the Ministry of Defense to train 11,000 soldiers. We call it tactical first aid.
Wow.
So it started, and I recruited a team from doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists, and we started training them for 1 year for 11,000. It was hectic a little bit because we train mass training, sometimes like 400 in a day.
Whoa.
Yeah, there is money. So we bought more than 200 mannequins for CPR.
Whoa.
Yes,
Wow.
more than from many companies. Okay,
Hmm.
not to brand it somewhere. Yeah, and
This is,
and
are you saying this isn't a commercial for all of the companies?
yeah, I'm trying to say it. I'm trying to say it. Yeah. After that, we received a lot of certificates from American Heart Association and from different organizations related to emergency medical services.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Lebanon in 2013, I started with as a consultant in medical simulation in different universities. We operate sim centers, and during this, we are consultant with the Ministry of Defense in the Lebanese Republic, training army, internal security forces, general security, the intelligence, and special forces.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, actually, I learned a lot. Every day I teach, I learn more than I teach.
I'm sure.
Having, yes, having this collaboration and direct contact with experienced and skilled soldiers, it gives you a lot of information. Even your lifestyle becomes different. What makes me run every day at 5 a.m. is those soldiers that they wake up every day at 5 a.m. and run to keep their health fit and their body fit.
Yeah.
So I learned this, lifestyle from them, the patients, how to react under pressure. Not everyone can react properly under pressure. When
Right.
someone is shooting at you, like a terrorist attack or active shooter, they are shooting at you. You have to recognize the scene, make sure you're safe and you're like hidden somewhere, how to apply a tourniquet, how to focus not to die, because you will die within 3 minutes
Yeah.
after
Yeah. Yeah.
active bleeding.
Right.
So I learned from them a lot. So I woke up in the street. I know I'm a civilian, but from inside, I can see in the shadow or in the mirror a soldier. So you see that photo in the social media, like a small kitten looking at the water or a mirror, and it can see a tiger.
Yeah. I love that picture. Yeah.
I'm that kitten. So yes. So I love being involved and exposed to this experience. I respect those people. They
Mm.
are carrying their blood on their hands, and really it's a lot of sacrifice, so at least we sacrifice for them. I would like to mention something, that all what I'm doing is free of charge.
No. Good for you, Rita.
Yes, I don't get a penny for any training. It's all for free, and it's mentioned on papers when I sign a contract with the army that I'm going to train, let's say 2,000 soldiers, stop the bleed, for free without a charge. I have it in Arabic. If you want, I can like make a translation and send it to you.
What makes you think I don't speak Arabic?
Okay. We'll see.
I don't. I don't, but maybe you can teach me. It seems like
Yeah.
you're pretty busy
Now,
right now, but
yeah,
maybe you could
yeah,
teach me.
but now life is easy with AI, so it's instant translation.
That's
So
true. That's true.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so if you don't charge, what is your main job? I mean,
Okay. I'm the manager of operations for Medical Simulation Center at the
right.
American University of Beirut. So this is my job.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Okay.
the AUB is having some contract with the Lebanese army.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing that they do is they bring a car, military car, to take me from the hospital, go to the base to train, and then they bring me back. So the only thing that I can get is uh, the fuel or the transportation.
Yeah.
So they use their car, not my car. Uh, I feel really that I'm with my family, with my brothers. Uh, the positive atmosphere that we make there during the training is really lovely. Even the soldiers, they have a lot of trainings. They do the mine protections, snipers, what they call it, like special forces training.
Yeah.
When it comes to health and medicine and combat medicine, the flavor is different, the taste is different, because you are focusing on something related to them physically, to
Yeah.
their health. And I always mention to them, it's not always about you. it's about your colleague, it's about your officers, it's about your family when you go back home. You don't know when you get like an active shooter in the mall,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think
right?
about that all the time. Yeah.
Yes, I actually in Lebanon very rare to have it, active shooters, very rare, because we have bigger bombs, so not bullets, we get bombs. So it's so there is
Are you
no time.
laughing at my face? You're laughing at my face. I'm like,
Yes,
well, because,
yeah,
in America,
yeah,
okay,
I know.
and people are like, do you have a gun? Because everybody has a gun. There are guns everywhere. Gun, 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 America. That's what they think. They think we all have guns, because of all
Yes,
the active shooters. But wow, you have bombs.
yes, yes.
Like car
So
bombing, mainly like car bombing or just anywhere. Could it be?
uh, back to 2013, it was in any street you can pass by and there is a car or suicidal attempt by a motorcycle.
Wow.
Yes. So the last time in 2015, I broke my arm with one of the bombs because I become unresponsive. But it was fine to me, That that one he died and he killed I think maybe eight. So by an chance I was driving my motorcycle there and it happened. So you don't know.
So
I woke up.
you were driving in 2013, you were driving your own motorcycle, and
Yes,
then
a bomb.
another motorcycle bomb
Yes,
came. Oh, wow.
yes.
Wow.
I woke up in the hospital with a broken arm and some scratches, but it went well. I was thinking that what will happen if I was injured there and I was awake? Who's going to rescue me?
Yeah.
So it's exactly what we call it. It's the care under fire. It's
Right.
the level one care in the TCCC Tactical Combat Casualty Care.
Hmm.
Yes, how to take a cover. In the military field, you have to return fire. You have to get the superiority in returning fire, and then you stop all the enemy fires. And then how to take care of yourself. How do you check what to treat first? Okay, a broken bone or a injury in the neck, bleeding or abdominal pain, pelvic fracture or just a twist in your finger. So you have to have the basic knowledge what to treat first because you treat first what kills you first.
Right.
So we all know now that number one killer in case of a trauma is bleeding.
Bleeding. I know. Hemorrhage control.
So
Yeah.
do you have a tourniquet in your pocket? Maybe yes, maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay, because actually not all armies are well equipped like the US Army. I know that every soldier he has his own IFAC, but not in every IFAC there is a tourniquet.
And
So
that's
we
where
did.
you are. That's in Lebanon. That's where
That's
you
it.
are.
That's
Yeah.
yes.
Can I
That's
ask
what
a
we.
question about that real quick?
Yes,
Have you run into these counterfeit tourniquets lately? I'll use the cat tourniquet as example. People are recreating the cat tourniquet, but it's a fraud, right? So I know a lot are sent here, some are sent to Ukraine, things like that. And and they don't work. Sometimes they break, all this stuff. So these people have these what they think is a cat tourniquet. There's a lot of frauds on the market. Like, do you see that where you are as well?
we faced it once while having a training. There is a supplier here in the country that he doesn't know actually, but it's written cat and it's blue color. We use
The
blue for training and the black
training.
for real use. Yes.
Yeah.
So while I'm make it tight on the artificial thigh that we have from the stop the bleed, and then I twist it to the max, and then it breaks. So I
That's
look at
what,
the
yeah. Yeah.
yes. So I look at the learners, the attendees, and then I told them that let's have the scenario that the tourniquet breaks. So one of them, he said, tourniquet must never break, must never. I told them, okay, let's have it an example. So we start teaching them the improvised tourniquet.
Good for
How,
you.
yes, how to make a tourniquet using the scissors, like a scissors, okay, with the belt or with the gauze or with the shoes tie, anything to be
Right.
used.
Yep.
So actually, the mission that I'm carrying on, it's a noble mission, humanitarian mission. I know that I train soldiers and special forces, but it's humanitarian. They are human. They are our brothers.
Yeah, right.
And actually, I would like to thank the U.S. Army troops here in Lebanon because we train with them every time, and they give us a lot of information, a lot of updates. We apply these updates, and we go together for the tactical maneuvers. And also, they give us real tourniquets. So
Oh, that's
thank you.
good.
Yes, I received a lot of tourniquets from them. So thanks to any one of them. If they are listening to this podcast, so they will know my name and
Yeah.
from my voice.
Yeah.
Uh, by the way, I'm French educated. I didn't learn English in the school, so it's all of this. What I'm saying is my experience now.
Wow.
So je parle français.
No parlez-vous français? No. I
Okay.
know. Comment allez-vous? Comment
Ah,
avoir?
ça va bien, ça va. Quand est-ce que vous voulez venir reprendre un verre chez nous?
God
You know
bless
this?
you, baby.
Okay.
God
I
bless you.
bless you
Yeah.
too. Bless you too.
Throw some Spanish at me. I can speak Spanish to you all day long, but I cannot speak that. So
French.
yeah, I could,
Yeah.
and I wish I could. I wish I could. Um, okay, so we will say grazie or merci or thank you or gracias to the
I know
American.
gracias.
Yeah,
Gracias. Yes.
gracias. Yo
Gracias.
también. Um, now, okay, I want to ask you about uh where you are in your geography right now. So,
Yes.
you know, you train, not only do you run a sim lab, and holy guacamole, I've seen when we've walked through your sim lab, you know, and all the things you've shown me, and oh my gosh, you've got like the best sim lab. I mean, you have, it's like an amusement park in America of a sim lab. You have the best stuff, and that speaks such wonders to you. It really does. You're extremely knowledgeable about your sim lab. But um, when we're talking about military medicine, the combat training on the field, um, I wanted to ask because last week, you know, I was heading to sleep and it was morning where you were, and we do our WhatsApp to each other, and you know, it said immediately that that Lebanon was getting strikes were going to Lebanon from Israel
Yes.
to and could you, and to, I guess, to Hezbollah, that was the goal. But when I messaged you, this has happened twice since we've become friends. The first time I messaged you and you were like, yeah, this was about 2 months ago. You go, everything's great. I'm just drinking a cup of coffee outside. Like I can
Yeah.
hear that. I can hear it. You're like Mr. Laid Back about it, right? And then the
Yes.
second time I said, are you okay? And you sent me an underwater video camera of you teaching somebody how to stop the
Stop the
bleed with the
bleed.
tourniquet.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
that nothing
You're
was happening. And
you're right.
meanwhile, you're getting shot at. And I'm like, you're alive? And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm doing Stop the Bleed underwater, videotaping it. I couldn't believe that that was my answer because I was like worried for Marita. So
You're right.
tell me what is it like there? Tell me what you're seeing,
Okay.
and if you don't mind.
Okay. Actually, since I was born, there is a conflict in Lebanon. Okay, so we used to it. Since the Palestinians came back in 1978, and there is a lot of like revolutions in Lebanon. And to have a neighbor with the always conflicting around Syria and Lebanon and Israel. So this is actually, you feel tired, but you're used to it. So having these sonic bombs every day in the sky by F-36 and F-16, you're used to it. When you hear it multiple times, you continue your life normally.
Mm.
Uh, being near the conflict, you know yourself that you are not the target, but
Right.
sometimes by chance, your car is behind the car of the target, and
Yeah.
now it's the new war of drones. You know, the future is really frightening.
Mm.
It's not, yeah. So you don't know when this car will be bombed. I prefer while driving going to my village to drive away from all cars, driving in the right side slowly. And if I suspect anything, I go far away. I don't know because you don't know the people that they are walking beside you or driving beside you. Nobody likes to die of a bomb. Nobody likes to get affected by anything or to be amputated or paralyzed on a chair, on wheelchair. No, no one likes it. So that's why we try our best to be safe.
Yeah.
This is our best. We try to be away from the conflict area, but many times, you know, even our capital city being struck and affected by the flights. So by the Air Force. Uh, I rescued too many people here in Beirut because when you hear something, I am part of the disaster management crew. So you get a code D on your
Yeah.
pager. So it's a disaster. Sometimes I'm in the middle of training, so I have to go and rescue some. And we have a very good dispatch center and ambulance system,
And they bring
EMS
them
and
to
others.
your hospital. They just bring them up.
To the nearest hospital. Usually in the disasters, the activation system of disaster to the nearest hospital.
Okay.
If they provide, yes, if they can handle this amount of injured or victims, it's fine. If not, you move to the other one. So we have a system, and then they will say to this hospital, that hospital, we need a crew here, and we make a urgent tent. We call it an urgent tent in a green
Mm-hmm.
zone, and we
Mm.
start triaging people. You know, if you have like you need airway, we apply LMA, start bagging and take him to the hospital. If you have bleeding, you stop the bleed using tourniquet, and then you move to the nearest hospital for vascular anastomosis or anything else.
Right.
So the bottom line that we used to it, we as civilians, we are not the targets, okay? But sometimes by chance you get what you don't want.
Right.
So yes, yes, yes.
And
Uh,
you spoke
our
for. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You can go ahead.
so our goal here is to keep everyone safe.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, sometimes even my friends in the U.S. Army here in Lebanon, we go and we spend some times together in the, let's say, nightclubs, blah blah blah. I always assess the atmosphere, assess the area, assess the environment. If I feel that it's not safe to do so, so I will tell them, let's go to somewhere else. And sometimes it's not about, you know, terrorists or bombs or anything. You see these some boys, you know, they are problem makers. I don't like to stay with them. I go with the rest and to somewhere else.
Yeah.
We swim in the rivers. We go to lakes. We do rafting together. So there is a lot of things to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so these American troops are they stationed there? I mean, they live there right now, or they
Yes.
stationed there
Yes.
for okay.
For six
And
months. 6 months,
6 months.
and
And
then they
then
switch.
okay, and then you're teaching them for the 6 months. They're your students for the entire 6 months.
Yes, we both teach the Lebanese army. Okay, because not
Uh-huh.
not all of them they speak Arabic, and Lebanese army not all of them they speak English.
Right.
So I will be in the middle as translator and instructor.
I gotcha. I interviewed somebody recently that is a medic. He's actually an MD. He's in Georgia, the country of Georgia. So he's the MD, he's an
Yeah.
MD, but then became a medic because you have to be a MD first. And so he said that one of the biggest things he wishes that he had was for all of his students and him for himself as well is like a course on medical and trauma English, medical English. Do you run into that? Because you're saying you speak
Yes.
perfect. Yeah. Do you wish,
Yes.
or do you have that now where it's like a card or something that has medical, has bilingual stuff so that because most everybody speaks English, but that doesn't mean that they speak medical English. Do you run into that?
Okay. Yeah, actually, with the Lebanese army, we have four type of courses. One of
Mm-hmm.
them is basic combat medic, advanced combat medic, and we have train of trainer. In
Yeah.
addition to, yes, medic first aid. It's something related to CPR and the rest of the things. Anyway, uh, we train them in Arabic and English,
Oh, that's
and we
great.
teach them something called medical terminology. I'll give
Good.
you an example. If I'll tell you that I have cholecystitis, what is cholecystitis? It's mean inflammation in the gallbladder.
Mm-hmm.
So you speak English, but you don't speak the medical language. Okay. If I'll tell you that salpingo-oophorectomy, this is English. So it's an act. So it's an surgical excision, okay, of the ovaries,
Oh, wow.
oophorectomy. So yeah. So having that's why when we talk in medical terminology with the combat medic course, we understand each other.
Yeah.
If I'll tell him that this his rhythm is like VFib,
Yeah.
ventricular fibrillation. What
Yeah.
do you do for we have to do defibrillation. Okay, he has supraventricular tachycardia, stable one.
Right.
So stable, you have to apply Valsalva maneuver, some positioning, and blah blah. If it doesn't work, we go to for synchronized cardioversion. So our language is varies and different between English and the English medical terminology.
That's
So all
awesome.
medics, yes, all medics must learn this, and we do a written exam. Okay, out of 20, they have to pass. They have to pass 16 to over 20.
Oh, that's awesome. Um, I know you have, I knew you're giving me more time than you have, but I'm just gonna borrow a little bit more, please,
Yeah.
Rita.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Um,
You're most
uh,
welcome.
okay, so now from since you started, 2013 was when you got to Lebanon, right? That was when you started
Yes.
everything because you were 2003, you started everything in Saudi Arabia, 2008.
Yes.
And I know that you've built lots of facilities and everything you've done. I mean, we could do a whole nother podcast with you and with other people. I'd love to. I'd like to have like a circle of people from different countries like you that go around and have started these miraculous sim centers. But
Yeah.
but for combat purposes, um, how would you say combat has changed over since 13? How has combat changed, thus making your training change? Because
Okay.
I hear so many different things of the new types of combat, but thus that makes you have to adjust, you know.
Yes.
So tell me about
Yes.
that.
Okay. I go with every raid maneuver in the brigades. Okay. So it's more than 200 maneuvers till now since 2013.
Wow.
Even the brigade general, sometimes he asked me what mistakes this soldier has done. It's away from medical, like this sniper, why he's not aiming well. Is it about the wind or about the distance or something like that? So I start having this knowledge of tactical and army knowledge.
Wow.
Yes. Back to the medical part of it, you know that every day there is a new invention. There is a new technology that companies are producing, blah, blah, blah. I believe that, and very soon we will start training the tactical combat casualty care using AI, using virtual reality. And we have VR actually with the scenarios that you are going to a raid maneuver inside a building. You have to like get some wanted people,
Right.
um, and then you get attacked. What do we do with this one? That when you there is a sniper and he shot him on his back, okay, we bring something cold like an ice on his back because I see what he sees. So the shot and the feeling, you feel exactly that something really wrong. So they fall down, okay, and they start treating themselves. I believe that drones,
Yeah.
AIs, change everything in war. If you watch the Russian and Ukrainian war, just watch, and you know it's really crazy. I have videos for soldiers. They are begging, like praying for the drones not to attack them, and
Right.
then it attacks. Yes, and some of drones, you know, they ask the soldier to surrender. Okay, so they throw their guns and they kneel, and then they face the ground. So this is really weird. And some of the drones now they have like M14 or
Ah.
M4. Yes, they shoot.
Um,
It's the same that the drone that give you the AED, the automated external defibrillator,
mm,
using your location. Okay, so if you have cardiac arrest or cardiac or angina or anything, they will send you a first aid kit by drone to your location. Something really is changing from teaching people on a board with a marker, okay, to using AI. And it's not it's frightening, you know, because less people are getting insecure with the drones issue. You know that everywhere we have surveillance cameras, the intelligence and the security, okay, it's all over our life, our phones, our cameras, everything, we are exposed. For the army part, this is crazy. You are going by your Humvee, and then a drone came from the sky without noticing this one. Even radars cannot catch it or cannot detect it. So we are having some more challenges. We have to think in more like out of the box, how to apply TCCC with the new technology. We
right.
can mix it. We can mix it. Okay. I'm trying here in Lebanon to do it because we take videos using drones, and sometimes we bring drones with a handcuff. So if the drone come inside the room without the soldier being notified, so we will ask the soldier by microphone, okay, by speaker, handcuff yourself because we catch you using a
Ah,
drone in the raid maneuver. Yes, we do this.
wow.
So yes, like you are observing a wanted man, and then there is a drone behind you, and without your attention, so this wanted person, he will kill you.
Oh my
So
gosh.
handcuff yourself, and come to us for a little punishment, not too much.
Ah, yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yeah.
And then do they uh, okay, so and then with the drones, oh gosh, I hear a lot about like blast wounds, dirty drones, different ways to treat people. But one thing I heard from the man in Georgia who was treating a lot of Ukrainian patients, he's also treating Russian patients. He's treating both. And he said one of the areas that something that I've not heard of in my industry, and you probably
Mm.
have because of your locality and your tenure and your brains, but your experience. But one thing that he said that there were other things that we're not training for yet that are more things like bacterial infections. So let's say, okay, so
Biological war.
not biological, bacterial. So like
Ah,
if
okay, okay.
let's say that let's say that one of your soldiers was knocked out by a drone, but there's so many drones coming that the medic cannot get him out. And so we got to keep him on ground, maybe on a litter. And we're keeping them stabilized until the coast is clear to get them off. In America, you're doing prolonged casualty care. So it's like we're
Yeah.
going from 1 hour to 72 hours. I know you do prolonged casualty care too.
Yes.
But
Yes.
he said, Liz, he goes, some of the craziest things I'm treating right now are rashes. This is crazy, but like rashes of like when patients have diarrhea because they're laying in the same place at the same time, but they're going to the bathroom on themselves. They're immobile, but they're immobile for
Yeah.
3 days. Is that stuff you're hearing too? That
Yeah.
bacterial stuff I hadn't heard a lot of until lately. I mean,
Yeah. Actually, here we train on different things, like phosphorus, the white phosphorus bombs.
uh-huh.
Okay. And it affects a lot of the villages nearby the borders by airstrike, by like, let's say, Apache
Uh-huh.
helicopter.
Yeah.
Okay. And they threw these white phosphorus on people. It will explode, let's say 200 meters away, and it will make a white cloud. When it attacks your skin and your scalp, your body, it burn, and it's chemicals, and there is special treatment for it, special care for it. We do this training. We apply some powder. It's I think wheat or corn flavor powder, something like that. How to
Okay.
clean it, how to soak it, and we are doing this next week with the World Health Organization (WHO).
Look
Yeah.
at you. Okay, that's
Yes,
awesome.
yes, yeah.
That's
So,
awesome. Okay.
uh,
Wow.
yeah, there is a lot of things. Actually, I will keep you posted because Lebanon is multi it's multi disaster issues. Yeah,
Is
in
that is that
2000,
just because is that because you moved there in 2013 and
I think so. Maybe I'm a
when you
magnet.
got there you brought the
I,
disasters.
I'm a disaster magnet. I think so. So in 2019, we had the rallies and the corruption issues in Lebanon.
Yeah.
After that, we had COVID. In the middle of COVID, we have the Beirut port explosion. I was there. I was unresponsive for 7 minutes. Yeah.
No.
Yes, yes. I was in the university. So then I woke up and then I went to the ED, emergency department, and I worked till 5 a.m. We received 500 cases in 2 hours.
No.
Can you? 500 cases in 2 hours. You can
Oh.
you can imagine the disaster that we had. It add more a lot of experience. You become more like wiser in crisis management, and that's why I teach also the disaster management, crisis management, earthquakes for NGOs, for a lot of pharmaceutical companies in Lebanon.
Wow.
So yeah, we do a lot of things only to save lives.
Do you ever
Okay.
sleep? Do you ever sleep at all?
When I sleep, I dream that I'm planning for a new course. Actually, this is what I do.
I
Yeah,
believe
and
it.
and now I'm talking to you, and they are calling me to start at 3 p.m. Lebanon time, my new course.
Okay, well,
Yes.
listen, thank you so much for your time, your knowledge, your service, your friendship, all of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would love to come to Lebanon, but if I do, I'm going to come in a bulletproof vest and a hazmat suit and then I'm
And the
going to
nuclear suit, yes,
and a
also.
nuclear suit, yes.
Yes.
But man, at the end of this podcast, I will put up like I'll tag you on LinkedIn and then on uh the different social media spot podcast things that we're on so that people can see you because I'm sure that you're a lot of people are going to reach out and ask you a lot of questions. So Rita, go teach that class. Thank you so much for your time. And I swear I could sit with you for hours, but I'll just have to do it in a bunker somewhere. far away.
We have to escape dinosaurs soon.
Exactly.
They are
Exactly.
coming.
I know.
Uh,
Okay.
thank you, Liz. You are
Thank you
so
so
professional,
much. Yes, you have a
and
great day.
I appreciate your sacrifice with your time, even in the early morning. You know the time difference between us, so I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I appreciate your love to your country, to your army, to your soldiers, and the same what I do here in Lebanon, you are doing there back in the US. So
Oh,
total respect and salute to you and
oh, salute
everyone
to
there.
you too. Oh,
Salute.
salute.
So,
Okay, you're awesome. Okay, have a great day, my friend. I
you
appreciate it.
too. You
All
too. You
right.
too. Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.